All right, guys, we're in day 45 of the Squat Every Day program, and today is all about the back squat. So I wanted to take some time here to just talk about some things that I'm thinking about when I back squat. But a recap for today, came in, had a really good day 43 front squat session with hitting a good high number, and then my back off set. So I've really seen this week a lot of good progress in my back off sets in terms of the weight I'm using for my doubles, so like 3 to 4 sets of 2, just the weight's consistently higher than what it was a month ago. And then like my sets of 5s are just moving with more speed. So really just looking at like various metrics, not only just the number, but how things felt, how they moved. So today coming in, wasn't necessarily sore. I definitely, was feeling a little bit of just general stiffness, but all in all, like the legs, I'm feeling my springs coming back. I felt pretty good today. I will say a couple days ago, my back, like my lat, I just did a bunch of like lat pull downs. I got a little crazy with my assistance work, which I love doing, a lot of back work in weightlifting. So a lot of pull downs, rows, pull ups, but it definitely was sore and it kind of impeded my front squat a little bit on day 44. But today felt a lot better. So today I worked up to a heavy single, which squatted the most I've squatted. I've squatted 180 kilo a couple times in the past 45 days, about 3 or 4, but today was definitely the best it's moved. And then I actually thought I had a little more, and you'll see what happened. I didn't have it, but you guys can watch the 180 kilo, and you let me know if you think I had 182 or 183 in the comments. Let me know. But so today again was the heavy single, and then I did back off sets. So today again, about the squat. So things I've been really working with the squat is before I walk it out of the rack, and before you walk out a bar in the rack, get tight while it's in the rack position. A lot of people like to unrack it, walk back, stand there for 10 seconds, find tension, set their back, take a breath, and go. And before they know it, they've wasted 12, 13 seconds. The bar's been moving around, it's been shifting. And that can become a problem when you start to get to heavy max loads, because the longer you have, your 90% plus on your back, there is a cost to just holding that in position. And that's something that I've really been working on this whole time, has been mentally preparing myself, mentally getting prepped, making sure that before I leave the rack, my core is tight, my back's set, my grip is strong, I know what I have to do. And then I step out aggressively, take about 3 steps back. So I like the 3-step approach, where I'll step my first foot back, my second foot back, and that will plant. And then my third step will be in line, and that will plant. And then I take a breath and I'm good to go. So definitely thinking about my walk out and just my setup before I leave the rack is probably the biggest thing I've been just really trying to hone in, because that can really cut down on the time you spend with the bar on your back, and it makes a difference when you're squatting heavy and maxing out. The next thing is making sure that when I'm like taking my last breath and I'm kind of getting my Valsalva maneuver ready to go, I'm not hyperextending too much. So I'm almost thinking about pulling my ribs down into my body, firing my obliques. And if you watch as I go, you don't see a lot of movement with like my upper back, where I kind of go into extended position, because when you hit a sticking point, your body's going to want to go back to neutral spine, and that might be enough to round you out and lose tension and control. So take note of how I'm doing that. So here I'm getting set up, really mentally preparing, kind of finding tension in my back. As I'm here, I'm kind of pushing myself up into the bar. I rack out, 1, 2, 3. Adjust the feet, and then I'm ready to go. Minimal movement. I got locked, and then I just break at the knee and hip, and I'm ready to go. So that was 385. That was 175 kilo. Felt pretty good. So this was 395, 180 kilo. Again, I hit 390 last week and 395 last week. So my 3-step got set. Spent a little too much time out here, but deep breath in the stomach, lock the bar in. Battled through that sticking point, hips came through. So it felt pretty good. And again, comment below what you think on that one. But I ended up trying to go up just 5 pounds, 2 kilo here. 400, and you let me know if you think I had this, but this was 400 here. And I just didn't have the fight in me there. You can see I spent a little too longer than I wanted to out there, but all in all, I was really happy with that. And then, you know, the worst part is when you miss a squat and you're not done, you got to clean up their weight. So got a little clean in there, clean action. So then I end up doing my back off sets. So I've been working back off sets is I take about 10 to 15% off, and I'll hit some doubles or triples. So today I just wanted to do 365 pounds just for doubles. So just locking in and just working on getting out of that hole and being aggressive here. And my whole goal with this is, as I'm doing my back off sets, I mean, the back off sets are what really are going to get you strong. So we look at building strength. You know, that's when we're playing in that 2 to 3 rep range, 2 to 5 rep range, and that, you know, 80 to 90, 88 to 90% range, getting that volume. And that's how we build strength. Above that 90%, you know, doing the singles, that's really how we learn to express the current strength we have, get better with our technique at heavier loads. So that's really what I was doing with the heavy singles. So having these back off sets 2 to 3 days a week, you know, doing 3 to 4 sets of 2 with, you know, 85 to 90% of my heavy single for that day is a great way just to add in good back off volume to help push your strength floor higher. And that's really what I've been doing. And I've been noticing a lot of improvement in this range, my doubles and then everything. And then I'll back off from there. I'll kind of just take a plate off or something, not like an exact science, probably around 70% of my max. And I'm just working on fives. So fives, just really working on getting good strength volume in, kind of keeping some muscle mass building, but really working on heavy enough weight that I can't get away with bad form, but trying to move weight nice and fast. So that was that. I had 2 sets of 5 here. This is about 70-ish%. And I'm just kind of working my way down. So that's kind of how these have been going. If I do volume and back off sets 2 to 3 days a week, and then 2 to 3 days a week I don't, I'll do the heavy single, a couple doubles, you know, 3, 4 sets, get that strength going. And then I'll take 2 or 3 additional sets of 5s just for some more volume, just to kind of keep that muscle growth going. And I'll work on really catching that bounce and everything. So that was day 45, guys. Let me know what you guys thought. Comment below with any questions you have. Thanks for partying with me here today, and I'll see you tomorrow.